What's up, guys? This is going to be a 2015 WWE Hall of Fame class predictions. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, check out my last video. It is the WrestleMania 31 card predictions. And these are not dream cards or dream classes. This is legit predictions that I think will happen. And whenever WrestleMania weekend is in late March, I will probably do a response video to this to see how well my predictions went and if I can predict the future. So let's get started. I have 6 people that I think they're going to induct this year, and I have each who I think they're going to be inducted by. So why not just get this started? First person I have on this list is Dean Malenko, um, one of the best technicians of all of wrestling. Him, Guerrero, Eddie, they're all up there. Um, Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle, you could say they're all up there in their own little class. And he was the best at mat wrestling, best at technicians. Did not botch very often. Put up great matches. Doesn't matter ECW, WCW, WWE, wherever he worked, he always put on some pretty good matches. You can't lie about that either. And for that, I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, one of the greatest technicians of all time. He has to be up there at some point. And I think why not this year? He's not very well known, but he deserves to be up there. So I'd have him inducted by Paul Heyman. I'm just guessing that Paul knows him pretty well, and Paul knows how good he is. So yeah, that's inductee number 1. Inductee number 2 is a female wrestler. I think every WWE class should have a female wrestler at least once, or at least one in it. And this year I'm going with Sable. That is Brock Lesnar's wife, if you guys didn't know. And she was pretty much, other than Sunny, she was probably one of the first actual like divas, how we knew it from both the Attitude Era to the end of the Ruthless Aggression Era. Without her or Sunny, there wouldn't have been any of that. And then Sable, she was pretty popular amongst the men back then, and especially in 2003, 2004. I mean, her feud with Tori Wilson, man, that was great. But I think she gave a lot of good years to WWE, and she deserves to be paid back in some reason other than uh, getting a lot of money from Brock Lesnar. Um, she deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And who I'd have induct her, probably either Stephanie McMahon or Tori Wilson, just because her great feud with Tori Wilson, and I know Steph probably knows all the divas well. So, inductee number 2. Inductee number 3, you have Rikishi, very, very popular wrestler from early Ruthless Aggression era, and he has a lot of connections. I mean, he's in the Samoa wrestling family. Um, have a lot of family of his there. There's a lot of family of his already in the Hall of Fame, and he just gave a lot of good years to WWE, and just like Sable, he deserves to be paid back somehow. So the inductees, his sons, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, just be a good fit. They're family members. They're part of the business. People know who they are. They'd be good people to induct them into the Hall of Fame. Person number 4, you have DDP, former WCW World Champion, very popular WCW wrestler. I think only went into the WWE for maybe a couple feuds. I remember he had one with The Undertaker, and I can't remember that much. I wasn't a fan back then, but I just look up stuff. So yeah, I mean, Scott Hall and Jake Roberts, they both got into the Hall of Fame because of him, pretty much. He helped rehabilitate them. So I think WWE deserves to put him into their Hall of Fame. So yeah, that's inductee number 4. Inductee number 5, Brian Pillman, the loose cannon. This guy was awesome. Just like Dean Malenko, whatever business he was in, he was always pretty cool. Um, ECW, WCW, WWE, obviously, and it's a shame that his career ended early. It's a shame that he got in a car accident first of all, and then his death in, was it like '97? I think they even had a Brian Pillman memorial show, and just known as one of the craziest wrestlers of all time. He had those work shoots that were just great, and he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So, who I'd have induct him, probably Bret Hart. Brian Pillman trained in the Hart, what the fuck is it called? The Hart Dungeon, I think it's called. Yeah, Hart Dungeon. And Stu Hart's obviously not alive anymore, so why not Bret? So yeah, Bret will be inducting him, and then the headliner of this Hall of Fame class, none other than the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, I can't do it well, but they just released the Macho Man Randy Savage story. I think that's what it's called, and I watched part of it already. It's very good. If you guys want a full synopsis, kind of, uh, check out Gemini's videos. Gemini got so emotional with that one. It's kind of funny, but I mean, he had such an emotional connection to him, so I'll let it pass. And it pretty much, kind of like with Warrior, they released a DVD surrounding him, based on him, and everything, and he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame. And they'll see the sales for this DVD way up, way higher than the regular sales margin now, and they'll see that he's still popular around and that people want to see him in the Hall of Fame. I think it's just because of family matters that keep him from going in. I know Lanny Poffo probably kind of butthurt about it because he wants to be in the Hall of Fame as well, and he doesn't really deserve to. But I mean, but I think that WWE should make every effort to get Randy Savage in. Arguably one of the top three most popular wrestlers of the early '90s, late '80s. Obviously, one of the biggest icons in pro wrestling. I mean, most common adults between maybe 25 and 45, maybe 25 and higher, know who Macho Man Randy Savage is. So, yeah, why not make him your headline? A lot of people knew who Warrior was last year. They didn't forget who he was. And the spirit of Macho Man Randy Savage lives on. And, yeah, that's your Hall of Fame class of 2015. You have Dean Malenko, Sable, Rikishi, DDP, Brian Pillman, and Macho Man Randy Savage. And it's hard to believe that some of these people weren't in the Hall of Fame yet, but I think this is a pretty solid class. It would put on a pretty solid Hall of Fame show. Probably you guys probably noticed I didn't put a celebrity in there. That's just kind of random between every year. Mr. T, you don't want another speech like that. He mentioned his mother a million times, and it took forever. That was just boring watching live on the network. This would be pretty entertaining, to be honest. So, yeah, that is my Hall of Fame class predictions. Let me know who you guys would like to see. I know probably you guys want to see Owen Hart, but that might not happen for a few more years. I think Helen Hart's still kind of butthurt. Well, she has the right to be that, but yeah, it will be a few years till we see Owen in there. So, you guys could like, comment, subscribe. That'd be great. And take care.